Let's get started on Step 5 by addressing what is meant by pre-instructional strategies. Here we go.
Pre-instructional strategies and activities are what happen before your instruction actually begins, and motivation and marketing are two pre-instructional activities you need to be concerned with. We'll begin with motivation. This is especially important if you plan to teach an elective on the college level and students have a choice in whether to take your course or not. Can you think of what might be the most important motivational strategy to use before instruction? The most important pre-instruction motivational strategy is relevance. Why should learners take your course if they don't have to? To make your course relevant, you need to create a strong rationale. This is different and separate from motivating students within your class, that is, once they're enrolled and actually participating in the learning. We'll get to that later this week. So, if you are teaching in an academic library, how will you motivate learners to take your class? If you're working in a public library, how will you encourage your patrons to participate in a non-formal learning program that you're offering? If you're a school librarian offering an after-school program, how will you motivate your K-12 students to join? If you work in a special or corporate library, how will you motivate staff to want to engage in optional training? The answer is the same. You make it relevant. You can create relevance by demonstrating the usefulness or importance of the instruction. Perhaps you can relate it to something that's current and topical, for example. Another powerful strategy is to showcase the present or future worth of the instruction. I'll give you an example of this coming up. You can model enthusiasm as the spokesperson for your course or unit or program. Enthusiasm is often contagious. Drawing on your personal experience, the experience of others, or students' experiences are proven strategies for creating relevance. Next, I'll give you some concrete examples of how to do this as we move from motivation to marketing as a pre-instructional activity and strategy. Marketing means you're going to have to promote and publicize your learning opportunity so that you can get learners involved in what you're offering. Now that we know that to motivate learners to enroll in your elective class or participate in your instructional offering, whether formal or non-formal, you have to create relevance. Here are a few tips for doing just that through your marketing activities. You can plan to create a flyer and distribute it both virtually and physically throughout the building. I've done this many times when I'm first offering a new elective. You have to generate some buzz. Here's an example of something I did for my Storytelling for Information Professionals 3-credit summer course. It's nothing fancy, just a simple one-page flyer created in MS Word, but the relevant strategy I used with this flyer paid off in terms of increased enrollment. The strategy I used was incorporating the personal experience of students. There are 4 quotes or testimonials, if you will. For example, Mary Kate gave me this quote: "Thanks to your course, I now recognize storytelling as a pivotal activity in creating a library community, and I continue to be amazed at the talents I discovered in myself in your class." It didn't take long for me to put this together. I just sent out an email to a few of my former students who loved my course. Here's another idea. Create a blog post and drive traffic to your blog. You'll hear more about blogging in the social and community module. Alternatively, and additionally, create a write-up and have your school's public relations person put it on the school's blog or website. Here's one of my personal favorites. Create a video promoting your course. Think of it as kind of a short infomercial. I've done this for a number of my courses. Then I have our PR person help circulate it for me. They do this through the school's Twitter account, the Facebook account, the school's blog space, and more. I know a few people who actually have put the URL to their course marketing video on their syllabus. Personally, I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure why. So here's a snippet from my course infomercial I did another year, where I use all the relevance strategies that I spoke of earlier, including showing the importance of the topic, showing future worth or value, modeling enthusiasm for the topic, and drawing on personal experience.
If you're still not sure that story is relevant to you, well, it was important enough that Harvard Business Review Press recently published Winning the Story Wars, Why Those Who Tell and Live the Best Stories Will Rule the Future. Whether your interest in storytelling is to advocate for libraries or fundraise for a cause, to bring an innovation to market, to educate adults or children, or present your research, even share personal cultural heritage through story, by the end of 6 weeks, you will have a final project, a digital story that meets your information needs. And to make sure that that's going to happen, we will develop an individual learning
Okay, you get the
contract.
idea. I won't play it all the way through. If you really hate being on camera, you can use one of those fun apps to create a fast-moving video with just images and text, and I did that too, with any modo. Here's a quick snippet of doing the same course announcement, but I'm not going to use myself in the announcement, just visuals and text. It lasts about a minute. Again, that was just a snippet. Don't forget about using others' experiences to create relevance too. Student testimonials have worked great for me. If you're in a school, you can broadcast it on your school's TV station, podcast it on your library website, send home flyers, and more. These are just a few ideas to get you started. On the next page, as you continue the lesson, you are sure to come up with more ideas as you reflect on your own pre-instructional planning for motivation and marketing.